That's nice. I like that.
This is Susan Yara.
And this is Sharzad Caudalie.
Some call this the Sharzad and Susan Show.
Or the Susan and Sharzad Show.
We just call it
The SASS. Sharzad,
Yes, Susan?
what comes to mind when I say reflexology?
Feet. And I'm very ticklish. And I got it done once in Hong Kong like 10 years ago, and it was a very tickly experience for me. And I'm just getting tickly just thinking about it again.
We're at the Caudalie West Coast flagship, and we're gonna see Auggie Arsendiga. He's a massage therapist, but most of all, he's a healer, and he's very passionate about what he does, and he offers reflexology with his massages, or even if you get a facial.
I'm so excited. Are you guys ready?
I'm ready.
Let's go!
Okay. Hi, Auggie. We're so excited to be here.
We're very happy to have you here.
So let's start with the basics. What is reflexology?
Well, reflexology is, contrary to what most people believe, is an all-American bodywork form. It was also created by an American woman, Eunice Ingham.
I like that it was created by a
American
woman.
women, I know.
Right?
That's awesome, right?
Yep.
I was always under the impression that reflexology was like an Asian treatment that came from like Eastern, medicine.
In general, one big important way to differentiate Eastern traditions against Western traditions is a very specific element.
Okay.
Qi.
Qi, all right.
When you receive something that's related to traditional Chinese medicine, Qi is involved. Reflexology doesn't have that at all.
Oh, that's a good point.
That's a really good point.
So reflexology is, well, first off, it has to do with our feet.
This is what was brilliant about Eunice Ingham. She devoted a lot of time trying to understand the discovery of Dr. William Fitzgerald. Dr. Fitzgerald was working always in the hands most of the time, and then areas associated to the mouth. He discovered that you could divide the body in two halves, and then each half in other five. So there were 5 zones that go through the entire body. Eunice Ingham was unique in the sense she thought, wait, what happened if we do it on the feet?
Right.
Because there are more nerves on the feet.
That is true. That is true.
She was a very smart American woman, for
Good.
sure.
Other times when I've seen reflexology, like foot charts, it'll be like press here if you have like a problem with your liver.
Yeah,
press
or
here
your
if you have a
headache.
problem with your kidney or something. So is that kind of true?
The National Institute of Health, which is an organization dependent from the government, has done a lot of studies. Results are not conclusive.
Okay.
Something that they know for sure is this: the clinical encounter in between the therapist and the patient is key.
Oh,
And the other,
like the human touch.
that's
touch is
correct.
important.
Let's get this party started,
Yeah,
right?
let's do this.
Absolutely.
So before we even get the treatment started, you do an imprint of our foot.
We do an imprint of the foot when it's requested. In your case, Suzanne, the left foot. The amount of oil in comparison to the opposite side is less. I know with certainty now that you place more of your weight on the right side. So even though we haven't really do any kind of postural assessment using any kind of machinery, if you will, this is telling you a lot right away of what are normal habits for you. In your case,
My feet are dirty. First
I
of
mean,
all.
we're walking
Well, I'm wearing
around.
sandals
We're walking
and
around
a
barefooted
sneaker.
here too, yeah.
we can see that you tend to place most of your weight towards the side of the feet.
Okay.
So that creates another kind of challenge, if you will.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, I
Let's do it. Who's
feel like
first?
there's been build up and now I'm so excited. I'll go first.
You want to go first?
Yeah.
She's ticklish.
I'm ticklish.
She's ticklish.
I am.
We are going to experience now reflexology. We start with very gentle movements just to create this almost cloud environment.
Okay.
You're no longer on a table, you're floating
right.
on a cloud. And we're going to prepare it with
Grape water.
gray water
Awesome.
to create a little moist, and then to tonify it, beauty elixir.
I love that stuff. That's one of my favorite products ever.
It works really nice, especially when you bring all that with hot towels. So now all those essential oils, especially the scents, are gonna be slowly cooking there.
Yeah, I like that. This is the first time I actually am compelled to smell someone's feet. It smells beautiful.
How do my feet smell?
Your feet smell beautiful right now.
When I use a foot cream, the foot cream, this is debatable, of course. Some people like oils. I prefer cream.
Okay.
Cream creates this viscosity that, against friction, it feels, in my opinion, more enjoyable.
Okay, that's good.
Now I'm getting a sense of how much resistance. As you notice, I'm not really pushing with my arms. I'm using my back to power up the movement.
Yeah.
And here I can start sensing through palpation to what degree her plantar fascia is a composition of muscles and fascia. Fascia is everything that surrounds the muscles, ligaments, bones. It's very important to understand fascia. Why? Fascia is mostly made of colloids. Colloids, when they're exposed to high temperature, like a hot stone,
Oh, that's nice.
high pressure,
Oh, yes.
as massage, colloids quote unquote melt. And that feels exquisite because then muscles that tend to be trapped, they open up. This is gonna feel very good too.
Oh, are you putting stones between her toes?
I'm putting stones. This, in the traditional sense of what Eunice Ingham wrote about reflexology, is not required.
Okay.
We bring this to the next
Because
level.
you're Caudalie.
Yeah. And finally, we go to each individual toe,
This little piggy went to market.
and apparently this one went partying.
That piggy hasn't been partying in a long time. That piggy wants to party though.
So in reflexology, the reflex points associated to the spine are all located in this area. This will be the cervicals, going to the thoraxis, going into the lumbar, and the end of the spine. One very characteristic technique in reflexology is thumb walking. And it looks something like this.
Oh, you're literally walking your thumb.
I'm walking my thumb through the reflex. And we repeat this literally in every single reflex point as required from the receiver. What we're gonna do, you're gonna provide me with numbers from 1 to 10.
Okay.
So don't think
10
in
being painful?
10 being the maximum. So whatever remark you wanna address, this is the moment.
Okay, cool.
So we did zone number 5, which is close to the external side of the foot, right? Or the pinky toe. I'm gonna go to zone number 1. Let's see what happens here.
She puts all her pressure on the side.
That's correct.
Yeah.
So let's see how it's happening, how's she doing in the areas that she's not placing. And I can tell right here there's something.
It feels so good though. Like it's a strong pressure, but I feel like I need it. Ooh, that's sensitive right there.
So here,
Yeah.
we wanna find that map and chart it.
Oh,
Got
cool.
it.
I can't wait to see what it correlates with.
I'm gonna
Oh
continue.
yeah. Ooh, yeah. That's sensitive right there for sure.
A number?
I don't know. I would say like maybe 6 or something. It doesn't hurt.
It doesn't have to hurt.
Yeah.
It's just to, this help us to discriminate. This
Yeah.
was more or less than the previous.
Yeah. I guess maybe 7.
I'm gonna continue.
Yeah, we're getting to an 8. Yeah.
You see?
Yeah. My turn.
How you doing, Susan? She's like, bye, I'm good. Dreaming about my baby.
Oh, that one has a lot of pressure right there. It's like all towards the center of my foot, I feel like. I feel good.
I feel so good. Oh my God, that was heaven, you guys. We're both like kind of zen. I feel a little like silly and laughy.
Yeah, I just feel really, really relaxed. But you know what's funny is how we had such different places where it was really sensitive on our feet.
I know. I can't wait to see like if this changes over time. So like we mentioned, this is an add-on service here. For $50, you get 25 minutes of reflexology, and for $90, you get 50 minutes of reflexology, and it is awesome.
I mean, it's
magic
the
hands.
perfect way to
live your life.
Yeah, Auggie is so interesting. Everything
Magic
he
hands.
says is fascinating too.
I know, he really does feel like a healer. Like it's so much more than just a run-of-the-mill massage
Yeah,
therapist.
exactly.
You know, it's a
He's
lot
very
deeper.
passionate about what he does, for
Yeah.
sure. So come see him here in Venice,
Definitely.
California. And
On Abbot Kinney, it's super fancy. Thank you guys so much for watching. Give this video a big thumbs up, subscribe if you aren't already, and we'll see you next time. Bye!